In the 5th season of The Crown, there's a small but telling moment during the scene when the royal family has learned of Muhammad Al Fayed's renovation of the home of the Duke and Duchess of Windsor, which he calls Villa Windsor. Robert Fellows, Queen Elizabeth's private secretary, tells the Queen that Fayed has invited her to visit. Fellows shares, "It seems there are all manner of valuable possessions at Villa Windsor, which we feel it would be important for the Crown to have back. Among those possessions is material relating to his wartime stay in neutral Spain and Portugal, where he and the Duchess were frequently in the company of Nazis, who had hoped to install him as a possible puppet king." While the line may have been missed by viewers, it's a small glimpse into the Duke of Windsor's controversial history, namely his association with Nazi Germany, which was unpacked a bit in Season 2, Episode 6 of the Netflix series. In the final Season 2, The Crown touches on the Windsors and the Nazis when it recreates the moment Prince Harry wore a Nazi costume to a friend's birthday party, something he's discussed in recent years, calling it one of the biggest mistakes of his life. Prince Charles Edward was born in Surrey to Prince Leopold and Princess Helen of Waldeck and Paramount. The future Edward VII, then the Prince of Wales, was one of his godparents, and the future King George V was his first cousin. When World War I broke out, he decided to support the German Empire and served in the German army. Because of this, he was deemed a traitor, and King George V removed him from the most noble order of the Garter and stripped him of his British royal titles. In 1918, following the German Revolution, he lost his German titles, but not his wealth or property. In 1922, he met Adolf Hitler, and in 1933 he joined the Nazi Party. In 1936 he went to Sandringham for King George V's funeral, and Hitler instructed him to report back on his family. He became president of the German Red Cross in 1933 and was extremely involved with the Nazi government during World War II. The most famous British royal sympathetic to the Nazis was King Edward III, who abdicated to marry Wallis Simpson. After his abdication, he became the Duke of Windsor, and upon their marriage in June 1937, Wallis became the Duchess of Windsor. During his short tenure as monarch, however, he was deeply sympathetic to the Germans. In summer 1937, soon after their wedding, the Windsors traveled to Nazi Germany, where they met many leaders, including Hitler himself. In 2015, British tabloid published a 17-second black and white video clip that shows a young Princess Elizabeth offering a Nazi salute in 1933. Prince Philip had 4 sisters, all of whom married members of the German aristocracy. 3 of those men became Nazis. They all married before he married Queen Elizabeth and thus became a part of the royal family.